Good morning, everyone, and let us start this session. So, this is the lecture number 4 of the dynamics of machinery. During the last lecture, we have seen the simple harmonic motion. What is the equation for simple harmonic motion? Then we started with the vibration analysis methods. Okay. So, out of that, we have seen the first method, that is the Newton's second law, to determine the natural frequency. Okay. So, just we will revise that part, and then we will start with the energy method to find out the natural frequency. So the first concept that we were discussing in the last lecture, it was simple harmonic motion. So what is meaning of simple harmonic motion? So it is the vibratory motion, or this is oscillatory motion, with constant amplitude. Okay, so such type of motion is called as simple harmonic motion. Okay, so if you plot this on displacement versus time, or displacement versus angle, so this is suppose x, that is the displacement, and this is the time axis, or this is the theta axis, that is omega t. Okay, so you can observe the waveform like this. So here the maximum displacement, that is called as the amplitude. So this is the capital A. Okay, it remain constant throughout the time. Okay, so this waveform mathematically it is represented as x is equal to, this is a sine omega t. Okay, so this equation, this is for the displacement of a particle which performs the simple harmonic motion. Okay, from this equation, if you differentiate this equation with respect to time, that is a dx by dt, okay, then you will get the velocity term. So it is represented as a x dot. Okay, so this term, so this is equal to, this is a omega cos omega t. Okay, so in terms of sine, we can write this as a omega sine omega t plus pi by 2. Okay, because cosine is leading the sine by pi by 2. So this is the equation for velocity. So any one equation, so it will give the velocity value. And if you differentiate this equation again with respect to time, then you will get the acceleration. So this is d2x upon dt square. So this is x double dot. So this is the acceleration. X dot means velocity and just x means displacement. So this is equal to, differentiate this equation. So it will become minus a omega square sine omega t. Okay, so this is acceleration of a particle. So this acceleration we can write in terms of displacement. So just we will write this as x double dot is equal to minus, so a omega sine, sorry, a omega square sine omega t. Okay, And from this we can write minus of omega square into a sine omega t. So this is equal to x double dot. Okay. Now this term a sine omega t, this is nothing but the displacement. Okay. So we can write here x. So it will become x double dot is equal to minus omega square x. Okay. So this is nothing but the acceleration in terms of displacement. Okay. And from this equation, you will get the fundamental equation of simple harmonic motion. Okay. So if you rearrange this term, then you will get the equation x double dot plus omega square x. This is equal to 0. Okay. So this equation, this is called as a fundamental equation. Of this simple harmonic motion. That means if any particle or any object, it performs the simple harmonic motion, then it has to satisfy this equation. Okay. So this equation basically it is a second order differential equation. Okay. So we can write this in a differential form. So this equation will be this x double dot is nothing but the d2x upon dt square plus this omega square x of t, this is equal to 0. Okay. So this is the equation in a differential form. So here omega value, this is nothing but the frequency of vibration. So this is frequency of the vibration or the oscillation, or this is the angular speed. Okay. So basically we compare the vibratory motion with the rotary motion. Okay. So suppose any particle, so we have the particle on the circumference. Okay. So this is the particle P, and it is rotating about the center point on this circumference with some angular speed omega. Then if you observe from the side view, then it will appear as if it is performing the vibratory motion, okay, about this mean point. So from the side view, it will just appear it is moving in the upward direction, that is up and down. Okay, so it will become an oscillatory motion. And if you plot the waveform by taking x, that is the displacement in the y direction, then you can observe such type of waveform. Okay. And for this case, this omega, it will become the angular speed. And its unit will be radian per second. Okay. So when we write this equation, that is a simple harmonic motion, which is a x double dot plus omega square x equal to 0. So this is the fundamental equation. This frequency, it is represented as, so this is the frequency of oscillation. Its unit will be radian per second. Okay. Okay, so if you plot this waveform, so now we have got the three equations. The first equation I will write here. This is the displacement which is x is equal to a sine omega t. Then velocity x dot is equal to minus, sorry, this is a omega sine omega t plus pi by 2. And third equation, which is x double dot is equal to minus a omega square sine omega t. Okay, so I have written all the equations in sine term only. So basically, we want to draw the waveform that will show the relation between all these values: x displacement, x dot velocity, and x double dot acceleration. So let us plot this. X is equal to a sine omega t, x dot and x double dot on displacement versus angle. So here x-axis, it will remain constant. So this is the omega t. Okay. Now here first graph is displacement versus time. Okay. So this is zero value. Then second graph, this is velocity. So this will be x dot. So this is zero value. And the last graph, this is the acceleration. That is x double dot. Okay. Now we will take some intervals. Okay. So this is the zero value, that is a zero angle. Then after zero angle, we will take pi by 2. That is a 90 degree of rotation. Okay. Then take the pi 180 degree of rotation. So after that, 3 pi by 2. Then 2 pi. So this is complete one revolution or one oscillation. Okay. And you can repeat the same values. So after 2 pi, it will be 5 pi by 2. Then 3 pi. After that, 7 pi by 2. And last will be 4 pi. So this is two complete revolutions. Okay. So now consider this equation, which is x is equal to a sine omega t. So in this equation, if you put the value omega t as a 0, okay, that means just observe here. So if you consider a spring mass system, so this is the spring connected, okay, and this mass, it is oscillating, which is synchronous with this point P. Okay, that means as the point P, it is moving upward. The same time, this mass M, it will move in the upward direction. That means spring will get compressed. Okay, as the point P, it will reach to the maximum value. That is the topmost point on that circle. This mass M, it will be at the maximum upward displacement. Okay, that will be maximum compression of the spring. So I will represent this label. So this is the amplitude. Okay. Similarly, on the negative side, So this is the extension of the spring. Okay. So just imagine the mass is moving in the upward direction, so that we will get the different points gradually, and this is the topmost point, that is the maximum displacement. So at that point, this is the position of the mass. At the lowermost point, so this is the extension of the spring, and this is the mass position. Okay. So mass is oscillating between these two limits. This is the lowermost point, and this is the uppermost point. So now observe, when x is equal, sorry, omega t is 0, that means the angle is 0, particle p, it is at the equilibrium point. Okay, therefore mass will be at the equilibrium point. As we change the omega t value, that means as the time will increase or time will pass, okay, the x displacement, it will gradually increase in the positive x direction. Okay, so at 0 we will get the first point, which is a 0 displacement. At pi by 2, what is sine pi by 2? This will be 1. So at this point, we must get the maximum value for the displacement. Okay, sine pi by 2 is 1, and for sine pi by 2 is the maximum value. Okay, pi by 2 will give the maximum value, that is equal to 1. Then again, if we change the value, and it will become pi. So pi means what? For pi by 2, this is the position of the particle. At pi angle, particle will be again at 0 position. Okay, so that means from 0, mass will start upward motion. It will reach to the maximum point, and again it will start the downward motion, and after pi angle, it will reach to the equilibrium point again. Okay, so at pi you will get again 0 value, so sine pi is 0. Okay, put the value sine 3 pi by 2. So sine 3 pi by 2 means what? This is a -1. Okay, so let us move to the downward side. So this is a -1. Sorry. So at sine 3 pi by 2, this is -1. That is a negative displacement. Again at 2 pi, you will get the values 0. So at sine 3 pi by 2, the mass will be at the lowermost point. It will start the downward motion from sine pi to sine pi by 2. So this is the direction for the particle. It is moving in this direction. So this is pi angle, and this is 3 pi by 2. After 3 pi by 2, this point P, it will start the upward motion up to the equilibrium point. Okay. So from this point, which is a 3 pi by 2, particle will start this motion. That means this mass will start the upward motion again, and it will come to the equilibrium point at sine 2 pi. That is complete one revolution or one oscillation. Okay. So this is the 2 pi, and therefore you will get one complete waveform like this. Okay. So this is one oscillation. So after that, the motion will repeat. So again, you will get such waveform. Okay, so here this maximum value, it will remain constant, and therefore it is a simple harmonic motion. Now let us see what is the effect on the x dot value. So x dot, this is the equation, a omega sine omega t plus pi by 2. Okay, that means here pi by 2 is the phase angle and it is the leading angle. Okay, so now put the value 0 for omega t. So what is the equation? It is sine 0 plus pi by 2. That means sine pi by 2 only. That means when particle in the simple harmonic motion, it is at the equilibrium point. Okay, its velocity, it is not 0. It is the maximum velocity. Okay, therefore at sine pi by 2, sorry, at sine 0, that is omega t is 0, you will get the value as a omega, a omega. Okay, I will write here x dot, this is equal to a omega sine omega t plus pi by 2. Put the value omega t 0, then omega t pi by 2. After that pi, then 3 pi by 2 and 2 pi. Okay. So if you put the value omega t 0 in this equation, you will get the value as a omega. Okay. Then at pi by 2, so this will become pi, so this will become 0. Okay. Then again at pi, this will become 3 pi by 2, so it is minus a omega. And at 3 pi by 2, so you will get this value as a 2 pi. Okay, 2 pi will be again 0. And at 2 pi, this value will be 5 pi by 2. And this 5 pi by 2, so that value will be 1. Okay, so that means this is a omega. So this is how you will get the values for velocity: a omega 0, minus a omega 0, and a omega. Okay, so let us see here. This is the x dot. So a omega we will represent here. This is the maximum value. So this is when omega t is 0. At pi by 2, value will be 0. Okay, for the second value, 3 pi by 2. Sorry, at pi, this is negative. So this is value negative. Then at 3 pi by 2, it is 0. Okay. At 2 pi, this is the maximum value. Again, it is a omega. So this is the waveform for the velocity. Okay. And this waveform will repeat after this point. So you can observe the difference between these two waveforms. This waveform, that is for the velocity, it is leading the displacement by pi by 2. So when velocity displacement is 0, velocity is maximum. Okay. When displacement is maximum, velocity is 0. When displacement is at negative maximum, sorry, velocity is at negative maximum, displacement is 0. Okay. So this is the leading waveform. And for the acceleration, so here value is minus a omega square into sine omega t. Okay. So it is opposite to the displacement. Okay. There is a phase angle of pi as it is negative. So we can write here, we can show this waveform. So this is 0. Put the value omega t 0. You will get the answer 0 for acceleration. So first value is 0. Then put the value omega t pi by 2. So sine pi by 2 will be 1 into minus a omega square. So it is negative. Somewhere here, this is minus a omega square. So this is minus a omega square, and here you will get the plus a omega square as acceleration. Okay. Then put the value pi. So sine pi, this is 0. So this is the third point. Then put the value 3 pi by 2. So 3 pi by 2. So this is minus 1, minus minus plus. So you will get the value positive. Okay. And after 2 pi, again it is 0. So this is the waveform. Okay. So it is exactly mirror image of this waveform. Okay. So it will repeat after this interval. It is after 2 pi. So this is the relation between the displacement, velocity, and the acceleration. Okay. And if you want to plot the phasor diagram, so you must have studied the phasor diagram in BEE. Okay. So we can plot this so that we will get the difference between the phase angle. So let us see what is the phasor relation between displacement x, velocity x dot, and the acceleration x double dot. Okay. So to draw the phasor diagram, we must have the equation. So displacement is a sine omega t, velocity. So this is a omega cos omega t, that is equal to a omega sine omega t plus pi by 2, and the x double dot is equal to minus a omega square sine of omega t. Okay. So for the phasor diagram, you can draw the reference axis. You know this procedure. So with respect to this reference axis, that is the x-axis here, refer the equation x, a sine omega t. Okay. So you can draw the vector starting from this origin. So this vector length, this is equal to the a value, that is the maximum value of the displacement. So this is called as the amplitude, and its phase angle with respect to this reference axis, this is equal to omega t. Okay. So meaning of this vector is, this is a displacement vector. Its maximum value is capital A, and its angle is omega t. Okay. Second vector, that is the velocity. This is